to connecting with Kaale. Your smiles are so gorgeous. Thank you for coming. My name is Bilonolo Pepeng, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. I'm so nervous. I'm very, very nervous. My stomach is in knots. And I would firstly like to apologize for starting so late. Things were just not in my control at the moment. So many cameras, it's very intimidating. But anyway, I'm happy to be here. Let me tell you a bit of why we started this, right? Connecting with people, that's me. I started this 2020 because I saw a gap that ladies, young girls need someone that they can talk to. But I don't know if you get me, but they're not completely honest getting to the to you, to your body and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, why not connect with younger girls and be the person that I needed when I was younger? And that's how I started this. That's how I thought about this in the first place. And then I thought to myself, no man, what is closest to home at that time, back in 2020? And in 2020, the one thing that I could talk about, because it was COVID and we were spiraling out of control with depression and anxiety and all those things, we were losing our people left, right, and center. So I thought to myself, let me connect with people via depression. So I spoke about my depressive state when I was depressed, what happened to me. And unfortunately, back in 2017, I was raped, and that's how I connected with people. You know, was how there's just something about talking to that person and being like, hey, I know what you've been through. Hey, I know what you're doing. Hey, listen, there's no need for you to be so defensive. So calm down and let's talk. So we started connecting. I started connecting with young girls back then, and that's how this thing became a movement. So I did my first event back in 2020, and this is technically my second event, but it's my first live event. And that's why it's so important for me to have done this and for me to have met up with you guys. That's why I was asking who is coming, what is the name and the surname of the person who is coming, so that I know who I'm going to connect with, how I'm going to connect with that person, because it was extremely important to me to make you realize, me and you, we are the same. We are black, we are young, we are beautiful and powerful, and there's nothing that can stop us from doing anything and everything that we want to do, right? Okay, so that's my why we are here. Secondly, 2021, I became pregnant, and I thought to myself, listen, no man, moms need people. My goodness, moms need people that they need, that they can talk to. Moms go through so much. Congratulations to my pregnant lady. Congratulations. Yes, it's your second time, but it's still like the first time. It's still amazing. It still feels like it's the first time. I mean, your hormones are raging just like they were the first time. So listen, I'm here for it. 110%. So I became pregnant last year, and I was like, I'm going through a lot. And I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for the hormonal changes. I wasn't prepared for my face and my neck changing the color. I wasn't prepared for my nose being bigger than it usually is. I wasn't prepared for my hair and my nails growing like I was a crazy person. I was not prepared for the sweating. I was not prepared for getting annoyed with people unnecessarily. I wasn't prepared to talk nastily to people who actually don't deserve it at the time. But later when I thought about it, I was like, but I'm normal. I'm normal. This is normal. I'm growing a whole human being. I wasn't prepared for the nasty comments of people in public who were like, ooh, ooh, why are you like this? Ooh, why your boobs that big? Why? I grew up skinny, okay? I grew up very, very thin. And I wasn't prepared for people making me feel like I wasn't a human being. And I later got to think to myself, well damn, I'm growing a whole human being inside of me. And it's not by my will, it's not by my might, it's not by my power, it's not by my own strength. No, I'm not doing this because I grew up one day and I was like, ooh, I want to be a mom. No, I didn't even plan to be pregnant. But I had to grow quickly. I had to grow, and I thought to myself, why not connect with moms? Why not talk about these very difficult conversations with moms and with rich aunties? We underestimate the power that these aunties have on our babies and the amount of influence that they have on our babies. And my child is, I don't want to exaggerate this, and I also don't want to underestimate it, but my child is very, very, very difficult. She's very difficult to deal with, and it's sort of almost embarrassing. And there's one person who can handle her. There's one person who can handle her with so much grace and so much power, and that's her aunt. Her aunt being Kanisa. So I'm going to ask her to stand up. A round of applause because she's a power. Thank you for all that you do for my child. I really appreciate it. So we're going to listen to our first speaker. I'm going to introduce our speakers and they're going to stand up just as a hello. First speaker is Mutisi Majwe. I grew up with her. She's a professional nurse. She is a mom and she's a wifey to be. Listen, she's a powerful force to be reckoned with. Our second speaker is I went to primary school and high school with her, and she's also a mom and she's a wife. She's a teacher. She's an influencer with thousands and 10,000s and more than 10,000 followers. But she is a powerful force to be reckoned with. And our third speaker is from UB, and we go to church together. And she, and she's a mom. She's a wife. I kept her for last because I know she's going to bring out the fire. I'm going to ask you to come and say a few words. If you have any questions, please just raise your hand and then we're going to attend to you. She's a professional nurse, like I said, so she's going to tell us exactly what happens in the body from the word go. So if you have any questions, just ask her. Let's interact, and she's going to give us the best of the days. Thank you.
leave here, we are inspired, we are driven, we are focused, and we are going to change the world. Right? From this morning when I was listening, our beloved intellectual ladies who came wearing their profession hats, nursing in the health department, they came and represented the department, their education, their health. They came educated. If you are here and you think you are not educated, forget it. For the fact that you've entered here, you are educated. Education doesn't mean you have to be wearing your regalia for you to say you're educated. Even those grandmothers, those who never get a chance to enter Kopika and study, our mothers, our great-grandmothers, those women, we are where we are because of them. They are educated. And what I like in this room is the diversity that I see. With height, with beautiful bodies that are surrounded by the world. There are those, yes, those who are surrounded by the world. With the slenders who just gained weight. Like some of us, because of what the Lord has instilled in us. We're the incubators. And incubator doesn't stay the same. Incubator carry kids. How many children have been in one incubator hospital? A lot. So it's no longer new, but it can carry, and they will tell you that the older one, the better. Because you see, so whether you had been in a process as a mom or falling pregnant or not, that does not mean you are not a woman, you are not worth to be called a mother, you are a mother. So, I've noted 3 things. I want to hear if you've listened. I said we are educated, we are intelligent, and you are a mother. Then, irrespective of who you are, where you're coming from. The diversity that is in here, it's something that I'm going to show you, Kaale. When you live here, don't ever underestimate the fact that you are who you are. There's a reason why you were called in this world. Just because you have 2 kids or you don't have, or you have 1 or 2, just because you are having a degree or diploma, or you're a nurse, or you're a linguist, or you are still studying or whatsoever, that does not limit you to say you cannot reach the utmost goal in your life. And that of which it's you. Be your own competition. Don't compete with your friend. Be your own competition. So I just want to ask you something this afternoon. When you go on with this talk, I want you to be realistic to yourself. The madam here in front, she's saying she's an influencer. But my biggest question, I'm not challenging you. In your career of being an influencer, the question is, whom have you influenced? Yes, you can answer me.
I've influenced a lot of people, a lot of mothers. I believe I've influenced a lot of mothers. Yes.
I'm going to take it and turn it backwards to you. I want it to be real to you. Be big than what you think you are. And you are big more than what you're doing to yourself. Do not influence mothers, influence yourself. Don't influence us. What you do it for yourself. Put yourself as if you're in one room and you're in a show or a theater and you say, I am going to play this play for myself. Not for Binonolo, not for Mpo, not for anybody else, but for myself. Don't say I'm leaving legacy for my children. Say I'm living in the future. There is no future behind you. The future is here now. It's today. It's this. So if you're still thinking, in future I want to have a bigger house, forget. In future I want to make use of those cutlery. Forget. Starting from today. It's hard that nice bedding. The way bedding I get in. Yeah, paying some bedding. Robala mocho. If you want to kiss your husband, don't have restrictions. Musulo gutshwarea. Khona le this I think it's a for TikTok. This girl orata go manhandle their husband. I keep thinking like that. But I'm not so they're not ready for those things from us. They are not ready. Do it. Trying to see what okay, what I'm trying to say is do not limit yourself. Banna, let me put it this way. Men, they don't limit themselves. They are risk takers. You know what hunter ta kana le 500 ta ba rayeja no go ka moso aba go ba shori tsi go re ka be le teng ka moso mare ne se yo ne argira reje ne one time to worry about ka moso motho ga ke teng o tlo go ba shori teng ga ke teng lo ena mo fe that assurity mo tlo mo ba fe assurity go wena ke teng ka moso mama tla bana le double storage hi ene but where am I going? In the beginning, there was a word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. I get a Mudima Hanasulare, let that be light. Harry, why did that one? I get the word. What? The word. The word. So, in everything that we do, ladies, speak. Also, I'm intelligent. You are telling us be in the moment. So, this is how to Kaale. Give us Kaale. You Kaale. Give me Kaale. Meme what? But only in the moment. I get the thing when they are peaceful. Parenting. If you not like to have 5, ne? Ska to have 5 for boost news. If I have 5 you, meaning 4:30, I left the boost news at 5 for boost. Be in the moment. Be in the moment. How much is someone to be in the moment? When you prepare for the moment, be in the moment. Take your time. How much be in the moment? Yourself. Peaceful parenting!